Yo.
Oh, for real?
How was the weather outside anyhow?
Oh man, very gloomy. Sat up there, you know, like I said, looked out the window, was heading out the door, man, and had to go back in, grab the umbrella, and then I went to the laundry spot before I got here, and I was like, with it raining and stuff, you know, you can't be out there rushing through people, you know what I'm saying?
But what I'm hoping though, that like the haircut, we're gonna make it rounded. I didn't even like last time with the way I was doing. It's like, I don't know if you're trying to grow dreads or like, cause before you used to have it like Ice Cube kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm looking like kind of shaving it up a little more, like
How about
slowly.
You trying to let it go?
Let it go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just kind of clip some ends off, you know. So I get
Yeah, brother, it's always a pleasure, man. Nice to see you, man. I haven't seen you in a minute.
I know. I've been saving money and just letting my hair grow.
Yo, word up. Sometimes we just zone, you know what I'm saying? Trying to escape all this stress, all the beats, thugs, hustlers, pimps, hookers, you name it, you know what I'm saying? Right now what we about to do is, we about to bring the next level, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we just need to ventilate, you know what I'm saying? Bottle of Henny and shit. Shit, this is our live right here, you know what I'm saying?
But you were saying that you haven't been following anything on YouTube, right?
And not anything in particular. So like, for me, YouTube is if something big political is going on, I'll watch a recap of whatever's going on via YouTube. But mostly I just go on to, strangely enough, my like vices are recaps of TV shows that explain more detail and like dash cam videos.
Okay.
Which is just strange, I know, but I don't know, just like mild edification, something I can listen to while I shower.
But I was wondering how easy is it like to create like great content for YouTube, you know, because I'm trying to get my channel, you know, going. But it seems like regardless of what you're creating, it's all dependent on
the ticket to YouTube is content relevance, right?
Right.
It's not like Instagram where like the actual thing you're posting, depending on the color scheme and your hashtags and where you are and your people who know you and the shares and things like that. That's how you get Instagram. But with YouTube, it's how much content you're putting out.
It's how much, and that's what you're putting up?
How much content you're putting up, and
Okay.
what is the content that you're putting up.
Okay.
So a weekly post, just consistent, it doesn't have to be anything like that, but then it has to have like, depending on what you're doing, using a relevant subject matter within that. So like, let's say you're a mechanic, and you're showing some new or some old car that you're restoring.
Yes.
You'd have to figure out what people are searching today, find those analytics and use those insights to then...
So where do you exactly use them? Let's say you're mechanics, and then you know that people are searching for BMWs or you know, body kits, you know.
But then
where would you use that word, body kit, in?
Hashtags.
Hashtags
And
where?
in your description and in the title. So you can say 2019 BMW M4 body kit install.
Okay.
So you have to literally say the things, and then in your thumbnail, like the thing that they scroll past when they search it, that has to be professional as fuck. Otherwise I'm gonna scroll right past you. I don't wanna see some old dude under a car. I wanna see the finished product cut in half with the old thing. Like a splice picture. Like just like attention to the detail, that kind of thing. To bring me in, kind of like a store.
So that's how important the thumbnail is?
Yeah, thumbnails are very important.
Okay.
And they just need to be consistent. So like once you find the way you want your channel to look, don't break that. Just stick with it. Even if you want to change it, keep the first like 10 installations that way, and then you can have a whole separate video about a redesign. So then you can even include that, the journey to my redesigned brand or whatever. So with YouTube, everything you do can be content.
Yeah, but yeah, so and headed straight over here, man. Typical Saturday, nothing too fly about it, but nice weather in Hong Kong, so yeah, my head.
What's really going on in Hong Kong, man? I'm hearing that. You know what I'm hearing these days, man? I'm hearing that they're trying to kick all the foreigners out. Like they don't really want foreigners out.
Nah,
I'm not reading about it.
Nah, I mean, one of my boys this morning just sat up here and said something about different educational practices, etc.
Okay.
About it being banned on the weekends and stuff.
Okay.
Like private tutorials or something like that, etc.
They don't want that no more.
Well, the thing is that they're putting it into it. So, and I'm sure like there's a reason for it, but I'm not well educated on what that reason is. But yeah, that's recently been published. So, but it's just like
education there.
Yeah, it was like educational sectors.
So they don't want teachers here.
No, it wasn't.
Teachers?
It wasn't. No, it had nothing to do with being foreign teachers. It was that when you're giving private lessons or whatever,
right,
on Saturdays and Sundays, it's banned now.
Oh, just like in America.
If I'm reading correctly.
Just like in America, you can't send your kids to school on the weekend. Is that what you're saying?
Well, hold on. I can just look at the text message. But yeah, so but yeah, it will affect some people's livelihood. But I'm saying at the end of the day, you will muster through it. You'll find something else.
So you still got hope for Hong Kong? You think Hong Kong is going to get back to being normal?
Well, no place is going to be going back to being what's called normal. Right. I think it was like, what, over a month ago I talked to you, and when all these different variants started coming out, etc. It's like, man, you can prep for these things, but, you can't prevent it. And
but so, I mean, let's say Canada or other countries, right? Even though there's a pandemic, once the pandemic is over, everything is getting back to quote unquote normal life.
No, man, because it's like I said, at the end of the day, as soon as you open up your country to people being able to travel in and out of it, you put it as far as like a variant that hasn't, been in the actual vaccination to infect you because it's mutated. So it's like, it just says all institutions offering tutorial or school curriculum will be registered as nonprofit organizations, and no licenses will be granted. And this is like in regard.
So they'll do it for free then.
Well, if you want to teach on Saturday and Sunday, you need to teach for free.
Okay.
And
it will be a non-for-profit.
Yeah. And hold on.
I save taxes, man. I also save taxes.
Yeah, it just says after school tutoring banned during weekends. Yeah. So, I mean, that's a big deal for a lot of people that do that as a side job on the weekends and stuff.
You're going to have to do it for free now.
Well, yeah, if you want, but, if you're doing it, if you love it that much.
So the thing is, this kid came in, right? He's a black kid. He works at Disney, he plays Simba, but his name is not Simba. And I was telling him the same thing I always say, like I'm proud of him because, like it's rarely I see black people here doing something other than what people perceive us to do.
Yeah.
And so that's why we were talking about it. And he was kind of breaking down how he started, like getting into singing and then performing and stuff like that. He grew up in Chicago, so.
Oh, nice.
Which is also challenging, right? Because I believe, I'm not from there, but I believe like it would be easier to just go towards the street life than taking your time singing, especially if you're singing, people will just be like, yo, you're singing, you're wasting your time. You might as well grab some dope and double up. Yeah. I don't really have an answer like why they believe that.
Honestly, if you go straight from news media
and movies
to movies, that's how they perceive black people. They take one look at you and say, oh, this guy looks just like the guy that was selling dope in the movies, or this guy looks like the same guy that was arrested in the news, so.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
just how they perceive us. Unfortunately, it's just a kind of a judging a book by the cover type of thing.
And then he was mentioning like the same Dante, right? His name is Dante. He was mentioning that he's saying that we gotta fix ourselves, right? Like he's saying a lot of time he goes out and you see black people, right? But he's like, yo, let me not see this guy do whatever these people think that we're doing. And then fair enough, the black guy will come up to him and be like, yo, do you want to smoke, right? And then you'd be like, oh man, yeah, you know, like, god damn it, man, I know already they see us like something that we're doing is wrong, and but you're actually doing it, so it's like, man, I can't wrong them for seeing us the way they perceive us, kind of thing that he was saying.
Yeah, but you can also, man, it goes both ways. You see a white guy,
you think he's a crackhead right away.
Yeah, you think he's a crackhead.
Yeah, I don't think he's a doctor.
Selling dope or something like that.
Yeah, definitely. When I see a white dude, I'm thinking like this guy's on dope right away. Especially if he's moving his nose wrong.
So it's kind of breaking that barrier, you know. If we have enough, I mean, not all of us are going to be successful, unfortunately. I would love for all black men, black women to become successful.
Right.
But we just have to have enough to give the next generation the ability to say, hey, you can do whatever you want to do.
Right.
So you have to have enough black doctors, black lawyers.
Right. People in the position where you could actually believe that there's something else to do.
Yeah, exactly. Not just selling dope. All starts with the kids.
But realistically speaking, how easy you think it is for a kid growing up in Compton, let's say, right? Or any neighborhood that we would consider like being a rough neighborhood, to go from that neighborhood and finding the courage without a mentor or with a mentor and deciding that, okay, I want to be a pilot, because you're a pilot. So and before you answer that, I just want you to know how proud I am to know you, because here in Hong Kong, a lot of time, like we were saying, you see many of us, but they're not involved in anything that we can consider positive, right?
Yeah.
And so whenever I see somebody that's involved with something positive, I'm always proud.
Oh, yeah.
You make me proud to be black in Hong Kong. You know what I'm
saying? Man.
So I want to give you your flowers before nobody give it to you. You know what I'm saying, kind of thing.
Man, you set the bar really low.
So how you living over there?
Yo, my eyes wide open.
How you living over there?
Yo, on the block still scoping.
So how you living over there?
I'm just sipping on a Heineken.
So how you living?
Hopefully my force will blink again.
How you living over there?
Trying to guard my life.
So how you living over there?
Holding my heat at night.
How you living over there?
Dodging 6 on bikes.
So how you living? These evil streets is trying.
That's why we're trying to get them into middle schools and high schools, especially with coding. We've been sold this dream that children are our future. So if trades and coding is our future, then why don't our future learn it for free in these middle and high schools? So, I mean, I don't think it should be, we shouldn't have to pay, these kids shouldn't have to pay for knowledge. It should be given to them free so we have a more educated, more well-balanced society. But it seems like to me, there's powers that be that make too much money off of the dysfunction of our children and now the adults, because we have 44-year-olds in skinny jeans now with the knees out. So this media stuff is, to me, is brainwashing us, and it's not making us, the internet was supposed to make us more connected. When they sold us this dream of Facebook and all these sites, they said you can find a friend that you had in college that you missed for 20 years or whatever like that. Now Facebook is where they're telling people to pull up, and that's where the drama is going on. So the internet is becoming a curse. It used to be a gift, but it's being used as a curse. So we have to use our technology for good, which is start giving our kids the knowledge and not some of these broken adults.